Hey beautiful, welcome back. Today's video we are going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial and we are going to be using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. Surprise, surprise, I know girl, but you don't even have to really have a rose gold palette to do what we're doing today. Well, I won't say I won't be using the pinks because watch, I'll say that and I'll end up using them anyways, but I don't plan on using like the raspberry or the pink color. So really you could just have like any warm tone palette laying around or some warm tone like browns and like orangey brown, camel colors, what have you. And you could totally substitute those for this, no problem. So we are going to get started, but before we do, girl, please be kind and please find the like and subscribe buttons down below. I just threw on my eye primer and I'm only going to be using a couple of brushes today. Probably just sticking with these two blending brushes. One is more like thick and fluffy and the other one is kind of smaller and tapered, a little bit more stiff to kind of get in that crease really well. And then an eyeshadow packing brush. And I used my little liner brush and some banana powder to kind of cut that off. Girl, I remembered to do that today. I always forget. Every time I sit down to do one of these, I just forget. So we are going to get started and we are going to go in with sandalwood. It's kind of like a nice tan light brown color and it's a really pretty warm tone. It's good for starting off like to set your primer and just get a little coat of powder down. But I'm not going to throw this all over my eye because it does have like a darker shade to it. So I'm going to stick with like my crease and just a little bit above. Next we're going to go in with henna and it's a really pretty like orangish tone and I think it makes a really nice transition shade. And I'm going to go in with my blending brush again and pretty much put it in the same place as we did sandalwood, but keep it a little bit closer to our crease. So I've been waiting to do this tutorial pretty much all summer because it's more of a fall eye look, I think, and it's a little bit darker, so I guess it could be used as like a sexy date night out or something, but it's definitely more of like a fall winter look, and since we're almost there, unfortunately, it's almost time for the cold weather. Might as well get started on some makeup ideas for the fall. Just gonna throw her on up there. Before we move on, I really like to take my blending brush. I don't put any extra color on it or anything, and I just kind of go along the edges a little bit to soften it up at the very top so it doesn't look like, you know, giant brown orange streak on my eye. So next we're going to move on with my little tapered blending brush and we're going to go in with Bossy. This is kind of like a brownish burgundy color. It's not quite red or pink. It's not brown. It's like somewhere in between, girls. So we're going to take a little bit of that and go in with our crease. And I'm going to kind of buffer it up just a little bit on my outer corner. Kind of give me a bit of a smoky eye. Just like that. Now, that wasn't red enough for me, and what did I tell you, girl? I'm actually going to go in with just a smidge of this and kind of add a little bit more of like a reddish tone to my crease, the brow bone area. I'm going to keep that red color like really close to my crease and just gently blend her up a little bit into like the upper part of my outer corner. And just buff her out. I really think the reddish tone kind of adds something to it. Must have added a little bit too much brown in the beginning because usually without the raspberry color, Bossy would add like just a hint of that redness in there, and I think like it adds a little something to the eye look if you ask me. But usually I don't use this color, but I do like that it is available and you could use a blush instead, like a darker, like burgundy blush or more of a berry tone or purplish tone blush and still achieve the same thing if you don't have if you don't have this palette. I blended it out just a little bit. We are going to go in with some shimmer on our lids. Girl, you know I was going to say that. I can't do it without some shimmer, I'm telling you. So we're going to be using these two colors for the lid, and I'm actually going to start with the darker color on the outer part of my lid, about the outer half. And then we're going to pull that gold color from the inner half over it just a little bit. Girl, it's going to be cute. And I changed my mind. Obviously, I'm not using my packing brush and set and spray like I normally would, but these shadows go on really well with your finger. Girl, where's my brain today? So this color is Dubai, and it's like a darker, like what I would consider a black bronze, because it's kind of bronzy, but it's like super dark brown / black. It's really pretty though for darker eye looks. And then this is more of a traditional gold, and that color is #blessed. And I really like the yellow gold, but I think the traditional gold looks much better with this bronzy shade. Alright. Now, I didn't cut my crease today, but girl, if you feel like doing that, you go for it, baby. But because these are so dark and like, I don't know, my lid's small to begin with anyways, I got such a giant eye space and like 90% of it ain't my lids. I'm just gonna throw her on today, call it good. But definitely feel free to cut your crease with some concealer. And now we are going to use #blessed, and I'm going to do the same thing. I did use a baby wipe, get the Dubai off of me, and throw right on. Such a really pretty metallic shade. Oh my goodness. And we're going to start by like really getting it on that last part of our lid, and then we're going to go over the Dubai just a little bit to blend them. But I'm going to get it kind of to the halfway point. I'm going to take just a little bit more of Blessed, the traditional gold color, kind of rub it right there on the line, and just kind of helps blend it a little bit. You're more than welcome to just kind of bring it to the edge of both, and I think it looks really cool having like a split eyelid, but I kind of like the blended look with this one because the colors, they're not exactly the same, but they're somewhat similar, and they look so nice blended together, if you ask me. Alright, beautiful. So I blended those two colors on my lid, and now we are actually going to go in with our small blending brush, and we don't really even have to put anything on it, but just go over the crease area and kind of clean that up a little bit. Because I know, like, with my eyelids, I definitely get a little bit of fall up is what I call it. It's not really fall out on your under eye area, but it's fall up. Alright, so now I'm going to take my little diffuser brush, and I'm going to go in with sandalwood underneath my lower lash line. I've already got my eyeliner on. Girl, I can't be doing nothing without some lower lash line liner because I feel like, I don't know, my eyes feel naked without it. So I put that on before the video, but you know, girl, you know what it is. Alright, gorgeous. So while I was at it, I just threw on some wings with my liquid eyeliner. And I'm going to do kind of the same thing I just did underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to use just a touch of henna and kind of blend her out a little bit underneath. And I'm going to bring her all the way up to my corner to kind of connect them. And now I'm going to take my detail brush with Bossy and do kind of like the outer half of my lower lash line. And I'm going to, wrong color. I'm going to keep that one close to my lower lash line too. And I'm not going to go too much farther past the middle here. Just kind of pull her back, blend her out, and pull her back, girl. Gorgeous. Now we're going to highlight our inner corner and brow bone with Moon Dust. And it looks white in there, but girl, once it goes on, it's like a really light, like white gold, and it's just so pretty. It's perfect for highlighting. Ooh, I love this one. Oh my god. I love this palette in general. It's definitely one of my favorites. Now I'm going to go in with my That Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to mix Dripping in Gold and Sunburst together to do my highlight today. They're such pretty colors on their own, but I love mixing them. Or like putting the darker one a little bit further back and the lighter one. Don't forget to take off your setting powder. Just kind of rub her off and she's good. Alright, we're just going to throw her on really quick. Oh, I love me some highlighter, girl. I don't know why. I used to hate it. Being honest, I used to hate highlighter. I just couldn't understand it. And my first highlighter made me look really, kind of made your skin look dirty. So I just wasn't feeling it. And then somebody gave me the correct highlighter. And I was like, oh, girl, the right highlighter is key. I threw on my Bobbi Brown mascara since we're running low on time. Now for lips, you can pretty much go any way you want with this, but I prefer to use like a nice bright red or kind of like a nude brown color. And since it's daytime, we'll go with the nude. And I'm going to be using my ColourPop Lippy and Speed Dial that I got from BoxyCharm last month. And I'll just throw her right on. And all you need to finish this look is some Ready Set Radiant Spray. Girl, I learned my lesson last week when I got a mouthful of setting spray, so I'm going to talk no more while I'm spraying that. But for the meantime, that is all for today. Girl, let me know down in the comments what you think of this look, and if you'd wear it during the day at all, because I know it is kind of dark. It does feel more like a girl's night out, a sexy date night with your man, you know. So yeah, baby doll, just let me know what you think of this tutorial, and if you'd like to see more like this in the future, where it's more like more of a hardcore sexy glam versus a soft glam look, which is what I generally go for. So let me know what your thoughts are, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and go out and spread some love and positivity today, girl. We could all use some extra, and you know you're beautiful, and I really do appreciate you. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.